Hello everyone, welcome to Keone Games. My name is Will, and today I just wanted to talk about what this channel is going to be about. I've actually been wanting to make this video for a few months now. So I've been selling on TCGplayer since about like June or July. But during that time period, I was traveling a lot. My girlfriend at the time was going in between here, Seattle, Washington, and LA. So I had gone with her because I have family in LA. And during that time, I was dipping my toes into trying to sell on TCGplayer. To give you a little bit of a backstory, I started playing Magic around November of last year. I got into playing limited. I used to draft and do sealed events. And if you know anything about drafting, you eventually start to get like a lot of cards. I didn't know what to do with all those extra cards at the time. I knew that they had value, and I knew I eventually wanted to sell them. I just didn't know how to. A few months into playing Magic, I then decided to like look in to see how easy or difficult it would be to sell my cards to someone or to a store. I found out stores were only giving about 50% of their values in cash. I think like Card Kingdom, I was living near fairly close to one of the Card Kingdom stores, which is called Mox's. I think they offered about 70 to 80% store credit. So just recently, actually, I would sell some of my cards for store credit if they're about like market price or at least like TCG low. But anyways, I was accumulating thousands or hundreds and thousands of cards just from drafting. At first, I was drafting about like once a week, and then I think at my highest point, I was going to drafts about 3 times a week. I did above average usually. So I would go like 2 wins, 1 losses. Once in a while, I would go 3-0, which was always really nice. I rarely went 1-2. Even at pre-releases, I usually did pretty well. And I basically have most of my packs that I have won in drafts and sealed events. And that's when I started looking into trying to actually sell my cards myself. I think that's how a lot of people start getting into, I guess, like being or like a reseller or selling cards. So I watched a lot of videos. I'm sure a lot of you guys have watched people like PokeNE, RNG Games, TCG Bulk Kings, and another person I watched a lot of that isn't so much about reselling is like Alpha Investments. Watch a lot of those channels. Watch a lot of other like smaller channels as well, just to see like what the process was like, how to do it. I was working as a dog groomer at the time. I eventually did stop around the same time, around June or so. It's a very physically demanding job, and I was getting really burnt out. I've thought about like going back and doing it like part time, but it's still something I'm not sure if I want to do. My body was aching all the time, my hands were hurting. I had 2 pretty bad bites from dogs, so the groom shop I used to work at, we used to get a fair bit of, I guess, dogs that did not like to be groomed. So that was difficult. But yeah, I decided to take the leap and try to sell on TCGplayer because I heard that was the easiest way of starting. So created my account. I had a lot of issues creating my account at first. They for whatever reason, thought I was, I don't remember what it was at the time, but it took a couple weeks to actually get my account like verified. But then I quickly climbed the ranks just listing some of my more expensive cards. So I actually went from like 1 to 3 within a week. I was able to list, I think it's only like about 100 cards that you can list. So I listed all like medium to higher value cards, like my rares from Magic. And a lot of those started selling pretty quickly, where I jumped to like level 3 fairly quickly. I was not able to like spend a lot of time listing a lot of my cards because shortly after June and July passed, I think it was like around August when I moved in with my girlfriend at the time. My girlfriend and her kid. It was a smaller place, even for just them two. It was a bit smaller, so fitting me into the mix as well. I really did not have a lot of workspace. It was kind of cramped. It was hard to find time to like really focus and list cards and organize cards and go through my inventory. Like I have a ton of inventory. A few days ago, I put out like a YouTube short just to give you guys like an idea of like all of the boxes of cards I have. I think I only have about 11,000 cards currently up on TCGplayer, and I have over 100,000, I think, cards that I still need to list. I work with a rip and shipper, but he mainly opens up Japanese Pokemon and One Piece cards. So I need to go through a lot of those as well. I'm still trying to figure out what direction I'm going to be going with the business and exactly what this YouTube channel is going to be about. I figure like giving at least like weekly updates. I plan on hopefully getting like 2 videos out a week. It would be nice to have at least like a video out every other day. Shorts, just giving you guys a little bit of an insight about like what I go through day to day and as I set up. I just recently moved into this place less than a week ago. I'm still recovering from the move. The move was actually pretty physically demanding on me, so I was kind of out sick for a while. But I'm still like unpacking. I don't have everything set up yet here. So it's a slow process, but I'm hoping like once everything is set up, I have like I need to buy like more shelving units, maybe another table. I have this really big IKEA cabinet that I have off to the side. I got the inspiration from CNA Games. It's something like what his setup is like, except I have a very tall. I think it's considered like a kitchen cabinet, and it has about 9 or 10 drawers in it. It was very expensive. My girlfriend at the time wanted something nicer for me that didn't look so ugly as I guess like shelves that you would typically have like in a warehouse. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to set up my new place and learning how to edit YouTube videos and shorts. Like, I have no idea how to do any of that. I think it was back in, I don't remember what year it was, maybe 2014 or so. So, about 10 years ago, I used to do a lot of streaming on like Twitch TV. I did that for a while, and I was mildly successful. I mean, at one point, I think I had maybe 200 to 300 viewers watching at a time, but that quickly kind of died down as the games that I played started to become like less popular. So, like using OBS, I am somewhat familiar with, but I kind of had to like relearn it because everything is different now. Just figuring out like what kind of equipment I need. Like right now, I'm using this. I don't even know. It's some like boom mic that I had from back when I used to do a lot of gaming, like online gaming. So this was just like a headset mic that I'm using right now. I know I need like better lighting. I'm currently using my phone's flashlight to kind of like light up my face. I know I need like a ring light or like better lighting equipment. So I know like lighting's important. I've done some research on I guess like lighting and how to make YouTube videos and shorts, but it's all a slow process because I've never done any of this stuff before. I think when I used to stream, it was literally my camera, my webcam, and like my headset and mic. I had like no lighting at all. I don't even have a PC anymore. This laptop I'm using, I literally bought a couple days before I moved into my new place. My current PC had the endless blue screen of death, and I'm trying to figure that out, like trying to figure out how to fix it. But that's not like a super high priority for me right now, just because I do have a laptop, so I can still work on the business while I figure out how to fix my PC. But yeah, I'm hoping this channel is basically a good place for people to see how I started off, see my progression. I personally like to go through comment sections in some of the YouTubers I like to watch and be able to like ask questions to get insight about how they do things or I guess like talk to other people. So I'm hoping this actually becomes something where people have advice for me as well as me being able to give other people advice. So I'm hoping this is kind of like a mutual exchange type of thing where I get comments about like asking me questions and I can answer them, but I also get comments where people give me advice and how I can improve or suggestions they have about how they got started. I guess I can also show you my progression on TCGplayer real quick. Let me switch screens. Okay, so this is my screen here. As you can see, I have, let's see. Oh, sorry. There we go. It's switched now. Up until about a week ago, the last 30 days, the amount of sales I had in the last 30 days was about 230, 250 or so. So that Black Friday weekend on TCG Player was actually a very profitable weekend for me. It's where the bulk of my sales were. It was also definitely my most profitable month. So we go to payments. You can see that the month of December is where it looks like I did at least, oh geez, was that I think like a 6,000, roughly $5,000 to $6,000 month. It's because I sold a lot of my more higher value cards because I was able to like list a lot more cards. I was also able to get a hold of some of those Costco 151 boxes or those bundles, and I did sell some of those as well. If you can probably see over my shoulder, I do have more that I can sell, but waiting. I'm waiting for the market to go up because I realized I sold them too cheaply at the time. I don't have a good way of sourcing sealed products right now. I'm trying to figure out good ways of sourcing sealed products to be able to resell. But yeah, as you can see, the month of December was pretty good. When I had first started, let's see. Okay, so I guess July was actually, the end of July was kind of like my first sale. It was very, very slow. I really didn't have a lot of orders. I mean, there were some weeks where I only had like one order or something. So I started off really slow. I wasn't really focusing too much on growing the business at the time, I knew I wanted to get to level 4 because that's what I heard. Like you want to become a pro member or like get on direct. I am a level 4 now. I have not signed up for the program or opted in for the pro program yet. I'm thinking about doing it, but I want to increase my inventory first. I feel like my inventory is still fairly small. I'm waiting until it's a little bit bigger. That way I can make use out of the repricing feature for Pro. I'm not sure what other great features there are for Pro, but the repricing one seems like it'd be the best. That way I can get my cards repriced every day, and then like on the weekends maybe price them a little bit higher. But let's see, when things start to really pick up. So yeah, it like as you can see, I was in the single digits for a lot of my. Looks like it takes it gives you about a few days to like a week's worth of the metrics like the sales, how many orders I've gotten. But it wasn't until December where things started to like really ramp up for me. And even now that I'm not selling any of those Costco 151 bundles, I mean, you can see I'm still getting a decent amount of orders. I haven't been able to list more items in probably the last 2 weeks or so. I'm hoping I can start doing that again. That way, I just have like a larger inventory. But yeah, that's basically what I've been up to so far, what I'm hoping to accomplish, and I'm hoping I'm able to give a lot of insight and a lot of information about how me as a new seller has how I started off and how I am planning on growing the business. But thank you for watching.